A young woman named Emma moved into a small apartment in an old building, eager to start a new life in the city. The apartment was cheap, which was a major selling point, but something about it felt off. The floors creaked underfoot, the walls were paper thin, and there was a strange smell she couldn't place, like old wood and something else. Something sour, but she dismissed it. She was there for a fresh start, so she ignored the oddities and began to unpack. The apartment was small, with only one bedroom and a modest living space, but the one thing that stood out was the large antique mirror in the hallway. It was framed in dark, worn wood, and it was enormous, almost too big for the space. Emma found it odd that it was placed right in the middle of the hallway, but it was so large that it couldn't easily be moved the first night. After settling in, she sat on the couch with her tea, watching the flicker of the lamp as shadows danced on the walls. She felt a strange pull toward the hallway, a sudden urge to look into the mirror, as if something was watching her from beyond the glass. She shrugged it off and tried to distract herself with her phone, but over the next few days, the sensation grew stronger. At night, she'd wake to see a faint glow emanating from the hallway. Sometimes, it was as if the mirror was reflecting something that wasn't there. In the room, the silhouette of a figure standing just behind her, barely visible, its shape shifting when she tried to focus on it. One night, the glow was especially bright. Emma, her curiosity piqued, stood and walked slowly toward the mirror. She stood still before it, waiting for the reflection to change, for the figure to emerge. For a moment, there was nothing but her own tired face staring back at her. But then her reflection moved. It grinned, a wide, twisted grin that spread across her face, stretching her features in a way that wasn't possible. Emma gasped, stepping back, heart hammering in her chest. Her reflection stayed in place, the grin growing wider until it winked. Frozen with fear, Emma couldn't tear her eyes away. The reflection raised one hand and began to wave, beckoning her forward. Her body moved of its own accord, stepping closer to the mirror, even as every instinct screamed at her to run when she was just inches from the glass. The reflection stopped waving. It tilted its head, as if waiting for her, and then, without warning, it reached through the mirror. Emma screamed, but her voice was swallowed by the air. The reflection's cold fingers grasped her arm, pulling her toward the surface of the mirror. She tried to fight, but the strength of the hand was impossible to escape. Her skin pressed against the glass, and the reflection's grin widened into a horrifying rictus. With one final, desperate scream, Emma was pulled into the mirror, her body passing through the glass as if it were liquid. The hallway fell silent again.